Hey, over here, over here. All right, everyone. In today's video, we are talking with Keith Holtway. He is the person that you want to be working with here in Santa Cruz County. If you want to pivot your business, if you want to strategically take on kind of scaling your business, helping your business survive, all things COVID-19. So check this out. We also have Larry Hebert on this video, as well as Brandon Napoli from the Small Business Development Center. So take a peek. You're going to find out how to pivot your business in this crazy world that is COVID-19. Take a look.
Well, today we've got two advisors, Keith Holtway and Larry Hebert, going to talk to us specifically about the Lean Planning Canvas. And Keith, this is his bread and butter, is what he's been using for the last decade with our clients to really help clients start and pivot their businesses. So we're super excited to have him talk about exactly why this tool is just a needed ingredient for you to focus in right now.
Okay, the Lean Planning Canvas is Brandon said, is a great tool to use. I've been teaching it for quite a few years now. It helps people either start their businesses and gather their ideas onto a single sheet, or it helps people pivot their business, which I think in this point in time is really important to keep in mind. I think being able to identify who your customers are, what is the problem or opportunity that you see in the marketplace? I deal with a lot of clients these days who are pivoting their businesses and looking for new ways to stay either engaged with their customers and to keep revenues coming in, or to help keep their customers in front of them, to let them know that they still exist and that they're there and still can provide some assistance. I think the next question on that planning canvas is, really clearly identifying what your solution is going to be to that particular problem. Understanding your customers is important because it lets you know how they get their information. And in today's world, I think that's really important, how your folks get their information, and make sure that you're picking the right strategy. I think once you have an idea down for a potential pivot for your business, then I think you have to run it through a filter that says, is it desirable? In other words, do people want it? The next would be, is it viable? In other words, can you make money doing it or stay in front of your customers doing it? And last but not least, is it feasible? Are you the right person to do it? Do you have the necessary resources to be able to do it? This is not a time to be learning how to build a website on your own. I think it's really key that it may be a great idea, but can you pull it off? I've been working with folks, and what we've decided that since this future is somewhat uncertain, we're going to be working on 90-day plans at this point in time. Again, we're uncertain as to how the economy is going to open up. And I think planning anything further out than 90 days is very risky. So I would suggest setting 90-day goals for your business and having a variety of strategies in place to be able to achieve those goals, and just pick one goal, one financial goal. And last but not least, I just want to let you know that along with the cash flow planning template that's on our website, the Lean Planning Canvas is also on the Small Business Development website. So if you go to santacruzsbdc.org, you click on resources and look at Lean Canvas and the PDF tutorial, it can walk you through this entire process. My suggestion would be to take that, start working with that Lean Planning Canvas, get in touch with the SBDC, and get some help in vetting it. Just because you have the canvas in front of you and filled it out, to me, it's like QuickBooks. It doesn't make you a bookkeeper. This does not constitute a plan that has been completely vetted. So take advantage of these free services to share your plan with me, and we'll go through it, and we'll make sure that it all works. And then we can start putting together a series of 90-day plans to help you through these uncertain times.
Keith, I have a question. I've talked to a number of clients, and you do such a great job before this all happened, of really helping people plan the next year, and you're talking about 90-day plans. I've talked to many that say they're just so busy, they don't have time to do it. Can you kind of touch on why it's so important at this particular time in a crisis that you must plan the next 90 days and then just keep rolling forward because of the uncertainty? Because I think to impress that on our clients and why the importance of this, of having a plan in a crisis.
Yeah, we don't have the luxury of time. And I think to go out there without a plan, at least a really finely honed intention and a goal, without having 3 or 4 strategies to back it up in case one of them doesn't work. I think, yeah, again, we don't have the luxury of time, and we don't have the luxury of certainty like we've had in the past. We don't know how people are going to react to this. We don't know if people are going to fully engage in public life again, or they're going to be very cautious. My feeling is they're going to be very cautious, at least initially, until obviously more testing is done and perhaps some kind of vaccinations are done for this. But I think in general, people are going to be very reluctant to engage fully. So I think having a plan in place that can take care of some of those contingencies is going to be really key for the survival of your business.
How important is it to be flexible and nimble? You talked about having different strategies because things might change. How important is flexibility in a situation like this?
I think you need to be able to pivot with your strategies pretty quickly. And again, I think I'll go back to your plan. If back to your tool in particular, if you're not seeing the numbers that you need to see, you need to be able to move now, not a month from now, not 2 weeks from now, but now. A lot of the clients have been my long-term clients. They're calling me up and saying, how does this sound to you? And we're going through this whole process very quickly and having them understand what their immediate goals are going to be. And if they're not hitting them, to move on. We don't have the time to ramp up.
Yeah. Well, you're a master at this, and I would encourage everybody to do this plan and get a hold of you, because it may mean the survival of their business. If they don't do it, something may come up in effect and they're not even looking for it. So I really commend you for what you're doing.
Well, thanks. And I think one of the things that I'm able to do is provide a voice for people that they can actually download and talk to and share their concerns and fears, and to be able to deal with that so that they can put something together that makes sense. And I think at this point in time, that's incredibly valuable. And I think most of the Small Business Development Center direct advisors that I work with provide that kind of, not hand-holding, but being that listening ear for our clients to be able to talk to and at least share their concerns. And I think that's incredibly valuable in, again, uncertain times.
I agree.
Okay.
Keith, right now, like a lot of clients or businesses are trying to get financing. And I'm curious if this tool could help them either understand what financing they need, or could get rolled up into a business plan or some other type of document that might be required to get financing from a bank or from another lender. Does this tool in any ways, how does it relate to getting financing for the business?
Yeah, I think one of the things, especially in a 90-day plan where there's a single goal, is that one of the there's a couple of lines in there. One talks about what you have insofar as assets, and what do you need that you don't have. And for a lot of folks right now, it's going to be that financing. So to be able to come through with a very clear understanding of what your financial needs are, and be able to translate that into a conversation with a particular lender will give more confidence to that lender that you actually have a way of moving forward and that their money is going to be well spent.
Awesome. Well, both you guys, I know you're super busy doing it with a lot of clients right now. If anyone listening to this is interested in meeting with you, Keith, they can obviously sign up for services at the Santa Cruz SBDC.org. So that's Santa Cruz SBDC.org website. You can enroll for services absolutely free of charge to meet with Keith, allow him to go over your plan. Don't just have an echo chamber inside your head, get it on paper, allow Keith to use all of his experience to really go over every single part of it and help you stay in business and even thrive during this time. So I want to say thank you, Keith and Larry, for your time. And signing off.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you haven't been able to work with Keith or Larry in the past, now is the time. All these services are free from the SBDC, so check them out. Keith is just a wealth of information, has a long history. He's helped hundreds and hundreds of local businesses, as well as Larry. So free services are waiting for you. Go check out your local SBDC.